Hi, welcome along to Transfer Daily. Taking a look at the transfer links to Arsenal today. Starting off with a player, Colombian international, and he goes by the name of Jose Fernando Quintero. Currently playing his football for Porto, and he's been linked with Arsenal. The price that has been put on this deal will be about £15.8 million. Arsenal apparently showing an interest in this guy. He played in the World Cup. Now, he's a very, very good player, attacking midfielder, and Arsenal apparently very interested in him. Attacking midfielder again. As I've been saying over the past few days, I don't know how many more attacking midfielders we're going to be linked to. I don't know how many more attacking midfielders we could possibly get because, listen, as I've all been saying, we've got an abundance of them in Santi Cazorla and Ozil, etc., Jack Wilshere, but we've been linked with another one today, Quintero. As I said, the price tag being put on is about £15.8 million, and he currently plays for Porto, yet another excellent player from the Porto treadmill, and he is being linked to the move at Arsenal. The links are also still out there for Douglas Costa, who again, from what we understand, this is a very live link. This is a very hot link. This is a player that Arsenal are showing a lot of interest in. Shakhtar Donetsk, that's the team he plays for in the Ukraine. You've heard the story already. He doesn't want to return to the Ukraine because, of course, it's a very violent place at the moment, almost, enduring a civil war at the moment. And he's scared to return to the country. Very classy player, attacking midfielder. Arsenal apparently are interested in signing him, and if they do sign him, in turning him into a striker. Now, that is the rumour again. They'd like to turn him into a striker. They see him as a player that could play in that position, and Arsene Wenger's done it before. We all know Thierry Henry, how he converted him from a winger into a world-class striker. Could he do it again with this guy, Douglas Costa? I was looking at his record from last season. 27 league goals, it says here. Sorry, 27 league games. If it was league goals, that'd be great. 27 league games, 4 goals and 9 assists. That's not that great, really. Not that great at all. And so for them to be looking, if this is true, to convert him into a striker, that's not the greatest of records in front of goal, but that is the rumour going around that they'd be looking at converting him into a striker. If they were to get him in, where would this leave a player like, say, Santi Cazorla? If we got either Quintero or, say, Douglas Costa, where would that leave Santi Cazorla? We know that Atletico Madrid are very, very interested. They would love to bring Santi Cazorla to Atletico Madrid. The rumours have been flying around all summer. There's even a rumour in some of the Spanish media yesterday that Atletico Madrid would be willing to pay about 20 million euros for Santi Cazorla. I hope that Arsenal are not considering moving Santi Cazorla on. He's a very, very popular player amongst the fans. And I think now, he's been with us a couple of seasons. He's getting more experience. And he's, as he showed in the FA Cup final, he can be a big-time player as well. So I hope those rumours are not true. The other rumour of a player moving out is Thomas Vermaelen. Thomas Vermaelen, it's been said, is not only a target for Manchester United, but a target for Barcelona. Barcelona are in a hunt for a centre-back. And they've been linked with, and they've been looking at Thomas Vermaelen for quite a long time. Well, apparently they're back in now. For me, it's almost certain that Vermaelen's going to go. I mean, we even saw some of these pictures yesterday of Callum Chambers wearing the number 5 shirt in training, which, of course, is Thomas Vermaelen's shirt. So, again, that gets the rumours going. But I can't see Vermaelen staying, to be honest. I've been saying it all summer that I think he'll go. I'd love him to stay. But with 1 year left on his contract, I think he'll go. Now, if he is going to go, I would much prefer Arsenal to sell him to Barcelona and not to Manchester United. We don't want to be there strengthening our rivals you know, our rivals that are here, right here in the UK. We've done it enough down the years. So if we are going to get rid of him, even if it was cheaper, even if it was a few £1,000,000 cheaper, let's send him to Barcelona and not to Manchester United. You know, because we know that Manchester United have been very, very interested in him. One interesting last thing, Paul Pogba. We saw him during the World Cup, even before the World Cup. We've known about his kid for a long time. He's called the new Patrick Vieira, and on quite good grounds, because he's a very, very good player, very good all-round player. Was one of the best players, young players in the World Cup. Well, he apparently has had his odds slashed by Sky Bet. He was 8-1 to sign to Arsenal. They slashed it down to 3-1, which is the best odds you could get for him joining any English club. Paul Pogba, have they heard a whisper? Do they know a sniff? Could this be the huge signing which we was told about last week, that Arsenal are looking at a huge signing? If it was, I'll tell you what, everybody at Arsenal would be really, really excited about a signing like Paul Pogba. That would be brilliant. It would cost it would cost a hell of a lot of money. I just can't see it myself at the moment. I'd love to dream and for that to be the signing, but I can't see it at the moment. But these betting guys, they don't always get things wrong. So when they start slashing odds down, they might have heard a whisper. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to keep an eye out on that one. But Paul Pogba, apparently 3-1 to join Arsenal. Let's get into some of your comments. Vermaelen says Carvalho is strong and is learning his trade. He would like to bring Carvalho in. But Pavan says Pogba has been a good defensive midfielder and will suit Arsenal. He's he's not strictly a defensive midfielder, Paul Pogba. He's sort of a box-to-box midfielder. Like, he can do it all. And the other day, Arsene Wenger was saying that there isn't really a defensive midfielder no more, a player who just sits there and does nothing apart from just guard the defenders. He more likes players that can do that role, but other things as well. Get forward, pass, can beat 2-3 players. So yeah, Pogba would be absolutely perfect, but it's just the humongous amount of money that it would cost. Mesut Ozil says Carvalho is strong and his stamina gets him up and down, and he bullies opponents. So listen, Carvalho is still being liked by a lot of people. Ahmad says, do you think Wenger will do something crazy and sign Vidal or Benatia? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Let's also see here, he says, Mrs. Misha, 1231, he said, Arsenal should sign Marcus Royce. He's rejected a contract extension at Borussia Dortmund. I've seen that. That would be an incredible signing if they could get Marcus Royce, but again, he'd be very, very, very expensive. And I suppose there must be loads of other clubs interested in him, but Marcus Royce would be a brilliant signing for any club. Haider Ali says, really, really, really doubt that these Pogba links are true. I don't see why fans are getting so excited when it's so unlikely. Listen, they're rumours. They're rumours. That's what we get excited about, rumours. But he's probably true. He probably is unlikely, to be honest. Vishret says, great thing about Pogba is he's far from injury prone, and he can play 40 to 50 games a season. He can play with any type of midfielder around him, Ramsey or Flamini types, and he'd add great versatility to the team. He sure would. Arsenal FC Gunner said, if we sell Cazorla but didn't buy Fabregas, he'd be proper mad, and I can't agree with him. Yeah, you know, it would be ridiculous, I think, to sell Santi Cazorla. Abu Faraz says, hey Robbie, if we can get a defensive midfielder, he says, personally I prefer Carvalho, but I'll be happy if we get Quintero, a centre-back depending on if the Vermaelen leaves, and perhaps another striker. I think we will be set. I think we'll be set too, mate. Dip Patel says, I think Pogba will be good for a central defensive midfielder role, and if one of our attacking midfielders get injured, he can play attacking as well. Vermaelen also says Douglas Costa is similar to Willian at Chelsea. Could be a massive, massive deal. Welshie Black says would prefer another Porto player, and that's Jackson Martinez. I think if we did get Douglas, then Theo would be moved to striker full time. Interesting, interesting. And let's just get a couple more here. Dave Cross says, I reckon Podolski, Cazorla, and Vermaelen could all leave, so not surprised about the attacking midfielder links. I suppose, yeah, you know, when you think about it, if Arsenal did say, for instance, move on Podolski, you know, they would be able to bring in, say, somebody like a Douglas Costa. But I just can't see why we need Douglas Costa. I'm not sure about the links. Could it be the agent trying to find somewhere? Listen, a lot of the rumours are saying that Arsenal are definitely interested. And after some of the surprises that Arsenal have pulled this season, you cannot discount anything at the moment. That deal with the Callum Chambers, I really didn't think that was going to happen a couple of weeks ago, and that has happened. So there could be a few more surprises in store from Arsenal this summer. We're just going to have to wait and see. That's Transfer Daily today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, we've still got some great videos from our trip over to the USA. Those fans over there are magnificent. Check those all out. And this weekend, we're going to be at the Emirates Cup on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're down there, make sure you come along and have a chat to us. Arsenal Fan TV, Transfer Daily.